Welcome to Team's Top Notch Academy. Please, if you're watching my video and you've not subscribed to my channel, please do where to subscribe. Please, it's very important. And if today is your first time of watching my video, please just subscribe. This is a question that is given. So first thing you do when you want to solve this type of question is to write a solution. Solution. So you are asked to simplify this. So what you do now is bring out given. Write given. So you are asked to simplify cube root of bracket 64 r raised power what minus 6, then r raised power what half. So this is what you are asked to simplify. So remember, everything here is inside the bracket. It's not that this is outside. It's inside the cube root. It's not that this one is outside. So if something like this is given to you, the first thing you do after you've written the parameter that is given is to bring out this one inside the root, then simplify it first. Later you now go back to add it. So if you do that now, you have that simplifying, there's no need for writing this, but it's important. Simplifying 64 r raised power minus 6 or half. So it's important to write it maybe if you are solving an examination, or so it's very important. But I think as I'm solving now, there's no need. So what you do now is you simplify this first. How do you simplify this? You know that you're going to apply the product law of indices, where this will multiply whatever that is inside. So you share this will multiply what is inside there. That is what you are going to do. So you have, if you do that now, you are going to have 64, then raised by half. Dot. This dot I put here is multiplication. It's time for multiplication, because if you look at here now, you see that there's a invisible multiplication sign in between them. So any number, if you are seeing 2r, it means that 2 is multiplying what? R, for you to have 2r. So that is just what it is. So that is why there's this here. So you have r raised by what? Minus what? 6, then multiplying 1 over 2. So if you do this now, you will be having 64 raised by half is square root of what? 64. It's just like square root of 64, which is what? 8. That's what you're having. So coming to this now, have that r raised by minus 6, then multiply by this is 6 times 1. Because if you do over 1 here, you're going to have minus 6 times 1 is minus 6, divided by what? 1 times 2 is what? 2, which is going to give us r raised by minus what? 3. Do you understand? If this go against this, you're going to have this. So it means bringing them together the way they are, because here 64 was multiplying this, so you have 8 r raised by minus 3. Do you understand? So it means that this implies now that the 64 r raised by minus 6 r raised by half has been simplified to be 8 r raised by minus 3. Do you understand? So that is what you're getting. So what do? After you've simplified this and you got this, then go back and substitute it in the equation that is given, which is put it under this cube root. So if we do that now, recall that, then you say recall that this is this, then substituting for this. So you have cube root of what? 8 r raised by what? Minus 3. Remember, the law we apply here is product per law. So here we're going to have this. So this cube root here is governing the whole 8 and what? R. So if you look at this now, this is the same as 8 raised by 1 over 3. Because 8 raised by 1 over 3 is the same thing as cube root of 8. Because we're bringing it as cube root of 8, then multiplying what? Cube root of what? R raised by what? Minus 3. That's what we're doing. So if you do that now, that means we are having here r raised power minus 3 all raised power 1 over 3. Because 1 over 3 stands for cube root. 1 over 4 is fourth root. While 1 over 2 is what? A square root. So that's why I'm writing this here. So let's this not confuse you. So that's what they're going to have. If you do that now, that means cube root of 8 is what? Is 2. Cube root of 8 is just like we're having square root, cube root of 8. 2 times 2 times what? 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is what? 8. Then what you do, you pick 1, 2. So that is why I say cube root of 8 is 2. Do you understand? So the next thing you do after you are done with this, use this one, which is dot r raised power minus 3 multiplied by what? 1 over what? 3. This can go against this. So it will now remain 2 r raised power what? Minus 1. Do you understand? So if we now continue, we'll be having that. Say this implies that this cube root of 64 r raised power minus 6 all raised power half is equals to, which is this 2r raised power minus 1. You can apply negative index law here. So if you do that, you are going to have 2, then r. So r raised power minus 1, how do you solve that? You remember that I told you that whenever you're having a raised power minus 1, it's in my previous video. So a raised power minus 1, then you have this minus here will change to 1 all over. Then you repeat the power, which is, you repeat the base, which is a, then raised power. So that's what we're going to do here. If you do that here now, you're going to have 2. This is multiplication. So you do that 1 all over what? R raised power what? 1. This is r raised power 1. If here it was 2, it would have been r raised power 2. But in this case, it's 1. So it's r raised power what? 1. R raised power 1. So if you do that now, this now gives us 2 multiplied by 1 is what? 2 all over what? R. This is your answer.